Meditating Your Way to Financial Freedom. Inspired by The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. What if the biggest obstacle to becoming wealthy isn't your income, but the noise inside your own mind? Most people believe financial freedom comes from working harder, earning more, or finding the perfect investment. But what if true wealth begins the moment you learn to quiet your thoughts? One of the most life-changing lessons inspired by The Simple Path to Wealth is surprisingly simple. Wealth isn't built through constant financial activity. It is built through patience, discipline, and resisting the urge to react. In a world that rewards busyness, the wealthiest investors often do the least. That sounds controversial, doesn't it? Yet this principle has transformed countless lives. Today, we're exploring how meditation and mindful thinking can become powerful tools for achieving financial freedom. Not because meditation magically creates money, but because it helps cultivate the mindset needed to make wiser financial decisions. Meditation is not merely sitting quietly with closed eyes. Meditation trains the mind to observe thoughts instead of reacting impulsively. Research in psychology suggests that people who develop greater emotional awareness often make more thoughtful long-term decisions, including financial ones. Connect this to one of the central ideas in The Simple Path to Wealth. Long-term investing succeeds because disciplined investors resist emotional decisions. Mention that financial freedom is as much a psychological journey as it is a mathematical one. Tran introduced the idea that meditation is not merely sitting quietly with closed eyes. Explain that meditation trains the mind to observe thoughts instead of reacting impulsively. Research in psychology suggests that people who develop greater emotional awareness often make more thoughtful long-term decisions, including financial ones. Connect this to one of the central ideas in The Simple Path to Wealth. Long-term investing succeeds because disciplined investors resist emotional decisions. Mention that financial freedom is as much a psychological journey as it is a mathematical one. Transition. Before your bank account changes, your habits change. Before your habits change, your thinking changes. Before your bank account changes, your habits change. Before your habits change, your thinking changes. First, the silent enemy of wealth. Discuss how fear drives poor financial choices. Examples: panic selling investments, overspending to impress others, emotional shopping after stressful days, constantly chasing the newest investment trend. Meditation teaches people to pause before reacting. Instead of saying, "I need this now," the mind learns to ask, "Do I truly need this?" Real-world example. Imagine two investors. One checks the market every hour. The other meditates daily, follows a long-term investment plan, and ignores daily market fluctuations. Years later, who is more likely to succeed? Explain that wealth often belongs to the calmer thinker. Secondly, wealth begins with inner peace. People often believe more money creates peace, but many wealthy individuals remain anxious. Meanwhile, others with modest incomes live contentedly because they control their desires. Meditation reduces comparison. Comparison fuels endless spending. Social media encourages lifestyles many people cannot afford. Meditation reminds us to focus inward instead of constantly measuring ourselves against others. Research suggests gratitude practices can reduce impulsive buying by increasing life satisfaction. Connect this to living below your means, a key idea reflected in The Simple Path to Wealth. Third, the greatest financial superpower. Introduce compound growth. Explain that compound wealth rewards consistency rather than speed. Meditation develops patience. Every meditation session teaches that progress happens gradually. Likewise, saving grows slowly, investments grow slowly, businesses grow slowly. Many people quit because they expect immediate rewards. Financial freedom belongs to those willing to wait. Illustrate with a simple metaphor. A tree planted today provides shade decades later. Money works much the same way. Fourth, controlling desire instead of income. Many people believe higher income equals greater wealth. Reality: higher spending often follows higher income. Meditation helps recognize unnecessary desires before acting on them. Discuss lifestyle inflation. Every salary increase brings pressure to spend more. Instead, Mindful individuals ask, does this purchase improve my life? Is this expense helping or delaying my freedom? Am I buying happiness or simply avoiding discomfort? Explain that financial independence often depends less on earning more than on keeping more. Fifth, the psychology of long-term investing. Introduce one of the book's central lessons. Successful investing is often surprisingly simple. Many investors lose money because they constantly interfere with their investments. Meditation teaches non-reactivity. Markets rise. Markets fall. The disciplined investor remains calm. Discuss emotional investing versus intentional investing. Research suggests people frequently overestimate their ability to predict short-term market movements. The patient investor often benefits from staying invested over long periods rather than trying to time every market move. Meditation strengthens the emotional discipline needed to stick with a thoughtful long-term plan. Finally, daily meditation habits that support financial freedom or offer practical exercises. Morning financial meditation, 5 minutes. Sit quietly. Breathe slowly. Repeat silently. I choose patience over impulse. Every wise decision strengthens my future. I invest consistently, not emotionally. Before every purchase, pause for 1 minute. Ask, do I need this? Will future me appreciate this decision? Is this moving me closer to financial freedom? Evening reflection. Review. 1 smart money decision today. 1 unnecessary expense avoided. 1 lesson learned. These tiny habits reinforce a calmer, more intentional approach to money. Conclusion. Financial freedom is rarely achieved through luck. It is built through thousands of small, disciplined decisions made consistently over time. Meditation will not increase your bank balance overnight, but it can strengthen the patience, emotional control, and clarity that support better financial choices. The simple path to wealth reminds us that wealth does not have to be complicated. Long-term investing, living below your means, and staying disciplined can be more powerful than constantly chasing the next opportunity. Close with a reflective invitation. Take 5 quiet minutes today. Sit with your thoughts. Notice your impulses without acting on them. Then make 1 financial decision that your future self will thank you for. Financial freedom doesn't begin in your wallet, it begins in your mind.